Welcome to Quiz Time. I'm the Quizmaster, Sean, and I've got 100 questions to give your brain a workout. So, without further ado, let's get started. What is a term for the point that is diametrically opposite of a spot on your surface? The equinox, the antipode, or the zenith? The answer is the antipode. Who smuggled a man's organ-looking signature in the Apollo 2 spacecraft? Andrew Warhol, Buzz Aldrin, or James Naismith? That would be Andrew Warhol. Which of these dictionaries lists all the possible combination of the letters of the English alphabet? Wiktionary, Hyperwebster, or Mega Merriam? That would be Hyperwebster. Which of the following paradoxes challenge the foundation of set theory? Russell's paradox, Banach-Tarski paradox, or Wilhelm's paradox? That would be Russell's paradox. What is the name of the vertical lines on a globe? Are those longitude, latitude, or equators? The vertical lines. Those are lines of longitude. What part of the speech are the words he, us, and they included in? Are they nouns? Are they pronouns? Or are they verbs? Those are pronouns. What was Victor Hugo's birthplace? Sweden, Germany, or France? He was born in France. In which continent was the Romantic movement started? Africa, Asia, or Europe? The Romantic movement started in Europe. What is the cause of William Wordsworth's death? Pleurisy, syphilis, or did he die of leukemia? William Wordsworth died of pleurisy. What is the more popular name of acetaminophen? Paracetamol, citrazine, or penicillin? Acetaminophen is paracetamol. Which of the following has the most closely packed molecules? Plasma, liquid, or solid? The most closely packed molecules are in a solid. What type of chemical bonding involves the attraction between oppositely charged ions? Covalent bonds, ionic bonds, or aromatic bonds? Those would be ionic bonds. Which of these works is by Edward Elgar? Salut d'Amour, Four Seasons, or Ode to Joy? Who wrote? Yes, Salut d'Amour by Edward Elgar. Who composed the opera Magic Flute? Beethoven, Mozart, or Haydn? The opera Magic Flute was composed by Mozart. What is a shorthand to refer to the Septuagint translation? The XIV, the LXX, or the CCC? If you're talking about the Septuagint, you're talking about the LXX. Who was the Chinese premier during the Tiananmen Square massacre? Li Peng, Deng Xiaoping, or Duan Xiangzhu? Li Peng was the premier during the Tiananmen Square massacre. What ideology is associated with Karl Marx? Liberalism, communism, or fascism? Karl Marx is associated with communism. Dord is a famous dictionary error. What does it actually pertain to? Density, diffusion, or derivative? Dord is density. Which of the following are not integers? Whole numbers, natural numbers, or irrational numbers? Irrational numbers are not integers. What country has a capital city called Beirut? Is Beirut the capital of Syria, Lebanon, or Cyprus? Beirut is the capital of Lebanon. Which of these countries is in Africa? Nepal, Egypt, or Vietnam? Which one is in Africa? Egypt is in Africa. What is a formal name for chess notations? Traditional, algebraic, or conventional? The formal name for chess notations is algebraic. Which of these science fiction movies is not directed by Ridley Scott? Interstellar, The Martian, or Prometheus? Interstellar was not directed by Ridley Scott. What is the capital city of Austria? Vienna, Berlin, or Salzburg? The capital city of Austria is Vienna. Number 25. What part of the chicken is the drumstick? Is it the leg? Is it the breast? Or is it the wing? If you are eating drumsticks, you are eating the leg of the chicken. Which of the following months has no U.S. federal holiday? November, September, or August? In the month of August, there is no federal holiday. In which continent is the country of Ethiopia located? South America, Asia, or Africa? That would be Africa. What is the nationality of the famous animator named Walt Disney? Was he British? Was he an American? Or was he Canadian? Walt Disney was an American. Where is the state of California located? East of the U.S., north of the U.S., or west of the U.S.? That would be in the west of the U.S. What was Prussia's motto? God above all, God with us, God look upon us. Prussia's motto was, God with us. Now you know. Which of the following is not a mammal? Is an ostrich a mammal? Is a whale a mammal? Is a platypus a mammal? All but the ostrich is a mammal. Which country is known as the roof of the world? Tibet, India, or Japan? Tibet is known as the roof of the world. What is the capital city of Indonesia? Jakarta, Hanoi, or Nay Pyi Taw? The capital of Indonesia is Jakarta. Which of these is not located in Indonesia? Sumatra, Enggano, or Palawan? Palawan is not located in Indonesia. What punctuation mark ends a declarative sentence? A period, a comma, or an exclamation point? Which punctuation mark ends a declarative sentence? Of course, it's a period. Which of Newton's laws is known as the law of inertia? The first law, the second law, or the third law? Which one is known as the law of inertia? It's number 1. What is the term for a polynomial in the 5th degree? The quartic, the quintic, or the cubic? A polynomial in the 5th degree is a quintic. Which U.S. state has a capital city called Hartford? Nevada, Connecticut, or Florida? You will find Hartford in Connecticut. What is the only U.S. state where prostitution is legally accepted? Nevada, Texas, or Maine? Where is prostitution legal? It is legal in Nevada. What country implemented Project 596? Was that China? Was it Russia? Or was it the United States? Project 596 is a product of China. True or false? Picasso was a surrealist painter. Was that true? Is that false? Picasso? Surrealist? He was not a surrealist painter. False. Who is the composer behind the piece Un Sospiro? Frederick Chopin, Johannes Brahms, or Franz Liszt? That composer would be Franz Liszt. In which country was the sport of curling first played? Was it played in Scotland first, or Norway, or was it played in Germany first? The sport of curling was played in Scotland. What is the collective term for a group of owls? Are they called worms? Are they a parliament? Or are they a carolland? When owls get together, they form a parliament. What festival is known as the Festival of Lights and is celebrated by Hindus? Vanata, Diwali, or Rama? The Festival of Lights by the Hindus is called a Diwali. In algebra, what is a term for a letter or symbol that represents a number in an equation? Is it a coefficient? Is it an exponent? Or we call them a variable? Well, of course, we call them a variable. And if you knew that, go thank your math teacher. What is a term for a line that touches a curve at a single point without crossing it? Is that a parallel line? Is that a tangent line? Or is that a secant line? Well, of course, it's a tangent line. Once again, go thank your math teacher. In 1983, the CD technology was introduced. What is the meaning of D in CD? Deride, disk, or document? It is a compact disk. Which of these individuals contributed to the field of game theory? John Nash, John Dewey, or John McGonnell? Game theory. That would be John Nash. Number 50, we're halfway there. What programming language was created by Guido von Rossum? Python, Java, or C++? Python was created by Guido von Rossum. In which country would you find the city of Cape Town? Would you find that in Nigeria, South Africa, or Ethiopia? Cape Town is located in South Africa. In what year did Mount Vesuvius erupt? 120 AD, 79 AD, or 15 AD? Mount Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. What is the process by which a cell engulfs a solid particle? Meiosis, phagocytosis, or neocytokinesis? That would be called phagocytosis. What is the chemical formula for ozone? O2, O3, or O4? Ozone is O3. Which of these countries is located in Asia? Nicaragua, Switzerland, or Malaysia? Which one is found in Asia? Malaysia is located in Asia. Which opera by Giacomo Puccini features the aria Nessun Dorma? Turandot, Don Giovanni, or Don Pedro? Turandot features Nessun Dorma. Who wrote the opera Rigoletto? Giuseppe Verdi, George Bizet, or Peter Tchaikovsky? Rigoletto was written by Giuseppe Verdi. In what year was the Operation Iraqi Freedom happen? 1971, 1995, or 2003? Operation Iraqi Freedom occurred in 2003. Which gas is responsible for the distinctive color of the planet Neptune? Is that caused by helium, methane, or ammonia? What makes Neptune blue? Methane makes Neptune blue. What is the chemical formula for ammonia? C12, NH3, or FL4? The chemical formula for ammonia, that is NH3. What planet has a natural satellite called Titan? Is that Uranus, Saturn, or is it a satellite of Jupiter? Titan is one of Saturn's moons, or natural satellites. In topology, what is a bijective function between two topological spaces? Heteromorphism, homeomorphism, or pseudomorphism? Well, of course, it's homeomorphism. Everybody knows that. Which of these colors is not included in the modern German flag? Yellow, red, or green? The modern German flag does not have the color green. Which country is known as a land of the midnight sun? Would that be Denmark? Would that be Norway? Or would that be Sweden? Which one is the land of the midnight sun? Well, you'd be in Norway. What is the most common surname in America? Smith, Johnson, or Oxford? The most common last name in America is Smith. This is a doctor who is assigned to treat your brain. A psychologist, a psychiatrist, or a neurologist. Which one gets to treat your brain? A neurologist will treat your brain. Cadmium is a shade of what color? Red, yellow, or blue? Cadmium is a shade of yellow. These are the activities held during one's leisure time. Their purpose is to refresh oneself by doing activities that are considered by an individual as enjoyable. Recreational activities, health improvement activities, or physical fitness tests. Well, of course, it's recreational activities. What company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports? Adidas, Nike, or Fila? Who started out as the Blue Ribbon Sports? Nike. Much easier to say. How many bones do we have in our ears? 1 bone, 2 bones, or 3 bones in our ears? We have 3. A hammer, an anvil, and a stirrup. What planet has the least gravitational pull? Saturn, Mercury, or Mars? Which one has the smallest gravitational pull? Well, the smallest one is Mercury, so that would have to be it. What planet has the strongest gravitational pull? Earth, Venus, or Saturn? Among these 3, which one has the strongest gravitational pull? Well, Saturn. It's huge. What is the formula of speed? F equals m times a, s equals d divided by t, or m equals f divided by a. The formula for speed is distance divided by time. What do you call a substance made up of various types of particles that occupy physical space and have inertia? Acceleration, matter, or force? That would be matter. How many minutes are in a full week? 36,060, 10,080, or 84,315 minutes in a full week? There are 10,080 minutes in a full week. What country has the second highest mortality rate? Bulgaria, Romania, or Ukraine? That would be Ukraine. Who is the Greek god of hell? Hades, Apollo, or Eros? The Greek god of hell is Hades. What is the most famous car brand? Toyota, Honda, or Mercedes? The most famous car brand. Honda is the most famous car brand. What country is known as the center of alchemy? Africa, Korea, or Egypt? The center of alchemy. That would be Egypt. Question number 80. Which element has the chemical symbol Fe? Would that be iron? Would that be silver? Or would that be copper? Fe or ferrous. Iron, otherwise known as ferrous, hence Fe. What is the strongest acid? Sulfuric acid, fluoroantimonic acid, or alkali acid? Fluoroantimonic. Fluoroantimonic acid is the strongest acid. In what country was Elon Musk born? Was he born in Indonesia? Was he born in South America? Was he born in South Africa? Elon Musk was born in South Africa. What country has the most islands? Italy, Sweden, or the Philippines? The country that has the most islands? Well, of course. It's Sweden. You were thinking the Philippines, weren't you? What black piece do you move first in the Alekhine defense? The pawn, the knight, or the bishop? Ooh, a chess question. An Alekhine defense. Well, you move the knight first. Right. If k is an integer, which of the following always describes an odd number? 2k, 2k plus 1, or 2k minus 1? Which one will always be an odd number? 2k plus 1. Which of the following is a country in Southeast Asia? The Philippines, Nepal, or China? Southeast Asia. Well, that's the Philippines. Which of the following is equal to 75%? 2/3, 3/4, or 1/2? Which of those fractions is equal to 75%? 3/4, or 75%? Who proved that there are larger infinities? Georg Cantor, Bertrand Russell, or René Descartes? Larger infinities was proved by Georg Cantor. In mathematics, what is the name of a hotel with infinite rooms? Hilbert, Cantor, or Gödel? A hotel with infinite rooms? Hilbert. What branch of science deals with weather occurrences? Climatology, meteorology, or Scientology? That would be meteorology. Which of the following books is not in the canonical Bible? Isaiah, Nehemiah, or Enoch? Which one is not in the canonical Bible? Enoch is not found in the canonical Bible. Who originally composed the piece La Campanella? Franz Liszt, Niccolò Paganini, or Robert Schumann? La Campanella was composed by Niccolò Paganini. What is the term for words with opposite meanings? Are they synonyms? Are they antonyms? Or are they homonyms? If they have opposite meanings, they are antonyms. What is the term for the Earth's movement to its own orbit? Is that a rotation? Is that a revolution? Or is that an ascension? That would be a revolution. Which of these is an open-world video game? Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, or League of Nations? An open-world video game. Grand Theft Auto is an open-world video game. Where was American cheese invented? Yamaha, Steinway, or Fortoso? American cheese was invented in Fortoso. What is the only number whose letters of its name are alphabetically in order? 30, 52, or 40? That's 40. What is the smallest mammal on Earth? The bumblebee bat, the mouse lemur, or the Etruscan shrew? The smallest mammal on Earth would be the Etruscan shrew. Who is the Marvel character with steel claws? Wolverine, Storm, or Cyclops? The steel claws. Well, that's Wolverine. And now, 100. Who wrote The Murders in the Rue Morgue? Edgar Allan Poe, Ernest Hemingway, or Charles Dickens? The Murders in the Rue Morgue was written by Edgar Allan Poe. Thanks for playing. Drop your score in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, and give us a like. This has been Quiz Time. We'll see you in the next one.